Hey Z boy, welcome folks. I'm really glad to be back home. You know, it was in
Good to have you back.
Yeah, it was in Guadeloupe. We'll talk about that later. But first, we want to just look at that nice little clip you had there with Raheem.
Yeah.
Gibbons just hitting down some big 3-point shots. So let me go straight into
it.
Yes, let me go
we
straight.
Had the Burger King Clapham Bulls, as everybody knows, the new champions for the 2020 BABA President's Cup.
Mm-hmm.
And those 2 3-point shots we just saw were pretty much the daggers in the hearts of Pinelands and their supporters. They defeated KFC Pinelands 82-72. The score says 10 points, but the game was a lot closer throughout.
Mm-hmm.
Even in the fourth quarter, Pinelands had a lead early in the fourth.
Mm-hmm.
Clapham came and made a run, championship mentality, championship medal, and really stood by what they were doing the entire game. In front of a packed BCC crowd as well.
Yes.
The crowd was really good. The intensity, the atmosphere, everything was great. The game was good. Raheem led the way with 26 points. Akeem Marsh, former MVP, he was solid all the way throughout the night.
He didn't shoot the ball well. He had 18 rebounds. 18 rebounds.
19 points, 18 rebounds.
Yeah.
You know, he was solid inside. To me, he did a really good job defensively against the bigs from Pinelands as well. We can get to that part a little bit shortly. But the big guys from Pinelands had a lot of points. They had a lot of shot attempts. Junior Moore led the way with 21 points, and Charles Vanderpool, both of them combined shot 32 shots on the night.
Whoa.
They were fed all night long in the post. And to me, I don't know if that was their game plan going in, but in my opinion, and this is only my opinion, we in 2020 and the way the Pinelands team is set up as a much younger unit, a team that likes to get out and run, a team that likes to move the ball, shoot trees, and I think we did speak about it early in the shows, in one of the shows, that they were leading the league in 3-point attempts.
Yes.
And they shot 2 for 12, if I'm not mistaken, 2 for 11 from 3-point line. They only shoot 11 threes for the game.
Yeah.
They were feeding the ball inside all game long. And if I was Clapham, I would be pretty happy with Junior Moore shooting more of the shots that he shot, and Charles Vanderpool shooting more of the shots that they shot, especially where they play defense.
Yeah. Well, how much would you attribute it to Clapham defense?
No, that's a good point, because Clapham to me were very good defensively all night. Their guards picked up full court all night long. Andrew Eiffel and Raheem were pressuring the full length of the court for the whole game. And no guards like when somebody in front of the face all game long.
Not all game long. And to me, that had a role to play with it, a lot to do with it, but still I could see Pinelands feeding the ball inside, instead of relying now on maybe a smaller lineup, or maybe spreading the floor a little more where their guards can then have penetrating lanes, ball moving, open shots, and trying to get the guards now from Clapham into some more screens. You know, you put Andrew in a screen and roll situation. To me, you get him off it, because Andrew did a really good job on Derny all night long. Andrew was in his phase in terms of not letting him get comfortable. The game was a little chippy at times, a little physical, but to me, the defense is very solid from Clapham. And looking at that game, unless Pinelands change the way they play, I honestly don't see anybody beating Clapham right now. Another frightening thing.
Right now they're unbeaten, and they're only getting stronger because Manuel Alain came back for the last couple of games, and he had a really solid night. The minutes wasn't up and up, but he and Jay Harris, to me, had very solid nights. Jay fouled out. Manny was perfect for the field, I think 4 for 4. Yeah. But you know, the role players really did their job. You know, but holding Pinelands to 2 for 11 from 3-point line, I think, was the game where Pinelands didn't get out and run. They weren't comfortable. Rashid Maynard was having a good game, but to me his minutes didn't match the kind of game he was having. He only played just over 20 minutes. You know, he was intense. He was having a really good game as well. But we got Raheem had a post-game interview with Justin Marvel. Okay. So we're gonna go to that and hear what Raheem had to say.
Okay.
How does it feel?
It feels great. Honestly, you know, last year we were at the same point. You know, we were unbeaten throughout the whole season, and then we lost in the knockout final. But it feels good to get out redemption. You know, get the monkey off our back.
Okay, going into this game, first, what was the game plan and what did y'all stick to it?
Yeah, honestly, the game plan was to just come and play hardly. We know that once we play defense pressure from beginning to end, we know that we'll be able to have a chance to win the game.
And they only took 11 threes and scored 2. Was that part of the game plan to chase them off the arc?
Definitely. They're one of the leading teams in 3-point attempts. So we know that obviously that was one of their strengths. So we just tried to take that away and run them off the line pretty much.
Did you feel any nerves afterwards? You had a big double-digit lead and then they got back into single digits. Was there any nerves going down the stretch?
Not really going down the stretch because, you know, we've had games like this before where we got up to big leads and then people came back. But with this group of guys, they know that we have a chance to win any game.
You hit 2 big threes yourself. Didn't shy away from the moment. Is that what you live for nowadays?
Definitely. I love games like this, man. You know, it's a chance to test your skills and see how good you are, you know. Times like these, I like to show up in the moment.
Well, no, it seems that y'all the unbeatables, y'all can't lose. What can we see for the rest of the season, though?
Much more the same. I wouldn't say that we can't lose, you know. Anything can happen. But at the end of the day, I find that once we continue to, you know, play the defense, as I said, we would have a chance to win the majority of our games.
Congratulations, man.
Appreciate it, man. Awesome.
It's good. I must commend the BABA on this one, having a championship game in the, a championship series right in the middle of the league. I think that would add some flavor to the whole.
But Raheem, let me get back a little bit to Raheem. I want to speak about Raheem a bit because I knew Raheem for anything he was at Harrison College, and watching him play at Harrison College. In all honesty, going back over the last how much ever years I was around basketball. I know you have been around longer than me, but seeing Raheem, he's one of the most clutch players I have seen throughout my years involved in basketball. For the time he was at Harrison College, I remember on numerous occasions during the school league that he would hit clutch shots. I remember one at Commonwealth School when he hit it just before the buzzer to win the game. I remember one at Harrison College at their Lions Den just before, numerous times he hit clutch shots. Like, to me, he's one of the most clutch players we got right now in the league, and he showed it on the night of the finals, hitting 2 big shots. And if you saw one from almost from 30 feet out, and he has really elevated his level of game, because what surprised me too was the way he played defense that night.
Oh, okay.
We know Andrew can pick up full court,
yeah.
but Raheem was right there with the next guard picking up full court, doing what he had to do. So I think he deserved all the compliments he getting.
Yes.
But we still halfway in the season, but he did a really good job in the finals. He was very impressive on the court.
Yeah, so that's Raheem Gibbons from the Clapham Bulls.
Yep.
All right, well, we have a little stick here that we call the mailbag. You had a couple of questions. One coming from a basketball player. He asked me, is Devin Hurley?
Devin Hurley.
Yeah, he told me about if he's 10th.
Yeah, his direct question was 10th elk in reference to our player rankings, which we had nothing to do with. We told everyone this.
I mean, like, we got like,
and I think we both think that he's having a really good year.
Yeah.
But when the stats spit up the information that he's ranked 10th, I don't know. You could probably say something.
Yeah, because I mean,
direct impression.
But to be honest with you, I was surprised when they said he down 10th, because I expected he would be in top 5.
Yeah.
But remember, we took 21 statistical categories, right? So if you probably only good in 3, then you would be further down. But if a fella, is more in more statistical categories, he's better in.
Right. Then
obviously he'll be better. Then we do our formula and stuff, right?
Okay,
so it is 10th and Darren, as much we can do about it. It's based on stats. Get more categories and probably move up.
You move up the rankings.
Yeah, you move up the ranking.
Remember, we want you to send in your questions every week.
Yeah.
We will try to answer as many as we could here, and the questions can be wide ranging to anything you want to know about local basketball, really. But the next question we have is one we got on Facebook, and the question is, what criteria is used to decide which Premier League players are called to national trials? And this could be senior, junior, anything, I assume. So Terry, you were a former president of the association. I remember these are our opinions. I want you to just share a bit with the fans about how y'all did things in terms of selecting people to come to trials.
Okay, so remember that back then we didn't have any stats.
Okay.
Right? That's the first thing. The second thing was the people that get called to trials, probably the last 15 will get called back automatically.
From the previous
From the previous year.
Okay.
Right? From the previous team.
Team, yes.
Right. So they will get called back automatically. And then they will look at and see who's playing well then in the league, and you will add to that. Now, obviously, if you if you call back, say, if you 2-point yards at practice or 3-point yards at practice, you're basically only taking 2. So the issue would be how many people you can call trials at that position.
Right.
So then you look at the positions, and sometimes it was not as objective that we would look at because we didn't have stats then.
Right.
But now we got stats to help. But what I want people to understand is that a fellow may be high in a statistical category. For example, I just use an example down.
Okay.
Right? Bouncer Rowe.
Yes.
He's doing fairly decent in statistical categories,
Yes.
right? But we won't call him first because we know that when he gets to.
I think right now Bosa will be training for the senior team because they got senior games coming up.
Yeah, he obviously.
Right.
Right. So my thing would be he would understand that
Yes.
although he's high up in the stats, that we are not going to call him
Okay.
trials. But in the past, that's how we did it. We did it like that, and it was basically a test. But
Right.
we didn't have any stats. But you could tell me how
Well,
we would think.
Right, but being a former junior national coach, so give you from my perspective, I know there's a selection committee in place. Usually most councils have selection committees. So they, as you said, they would probably call the previous team and then they will be looking to add. So I guess they watch games and so on based on stats and based on their eye and seeing what they see. But then as a coach, from a coach's point of view, I would be looking at the system that I want to play, the style I want to play, how I want to play, and I'm now going into looking to see who fits my team. Because we are not necessarily, and this is speaking from myself as a coach, we're not necessarily taking the best 12 players from the league. We're trying to form an all-round team.
Yeah.
So we're looking for people to fit into rules to suit what makes up a team.
I want to stop you there because that was the problem that we had in the past.
Right.
We would take 11 offensive players and do it.
You're looking at the best 11, 12 players in the league.
Yeah, and then do it.
Right.
And then what will happen is that we will be confounded as to why it is that we are not playing better D.
Yes.
But these 11 players,
In
they custom
all-star
play
game.
in all-star game, right?
So now on that point, now you call it trials. So when you look at trials, then you have to look at also the time frame between when you start your trials and the tournament.
Yeah.
Say you only have 2 months. You're not going to call 50 people to trials.
Yeah.
You have to cut that down. So you call 20, 30, depends on the time frame, depending on what you're looking for, depending on what direction you want to go in. Because as you said, no, you referenced boxer. So if I'm a coach and our mandate is to rebuild, we're not going to call a bunch of old people.
Yeah.
We're going to look for youngsters if we're rebuilding.
Yeah.
If our mandate is to try to win the tournament, no, then we're going to look for our best team in terms of experience and what we can put out there, no.
Right.
But as a coach, me personally would be trying to input who best suits my style of play and what I want to do on the court. And I'm looking to call them to trials. And then at trials now, then you evaluate and see who can fit best, who are the better players for what you want to do.
I want to ask you a question though. What would you suggest? This is your opinion. This is nothing coming from the BA selection panel or anything. This is coaching session.
Yes.
And I want you to know what would be your idea now for the national team? Because I got a different idea.
Okay.
Well, I think
that's a fair question. I was on the last national team that went away when we went to Suriname, and I think at this stage of our basketball right now locally, we have 1 or 2 players overseas in terms of scholarships at college. I think this is one of the perfect times to rebuild in terms of forming a young nucleus, maybe mixed with 1 or 2 experienced players from the last national team or so on, but no more than maybe 1, 2, 3, 4 maybe if you're going down that line. And this is the perfect time to rebuild with some of the youngsters we see, looking maybe 4 years down the line, because if you CARICOM usually happens every 2 years.
Yes.
In an ideal setting, every 2 years. So you got this one, maybe 2 years down the road, maybe 4 years down the road. So that's 3 CARICOMs from now. You'll be looking now for your nucleus to be still in it.
Yes.
So whoever you're taking now, you should be looking at 3 CARICOMs from now. They're your core team in their prime, in their 27, 28 years old and playing. So then you'll be looking at people that between 19 to 23, 24 right now as a nucleus. Obviously you've got the sprinkling of 27, 28, a couple other ones, and you're building. And to me, with Nigel Roy now not being the coach anymore, I think this is a perfect time for you to really build that squad and getting them to that level and the continuity you need and instilling the right ways to do things and building towards that. So to me, that would be what I would be looking at.
All right. Well, I thought they had a different opinion to you, but my opinion is exactly the same.
Okay.
Right? I feel that this is a good time for us to rebuild. But I just think that since that we start basketball so early,
Right.
what I would do is I would, as soon as the season finished, I would have the open trials.
Open trials.
I do so open trials, and then we look at, and then you come, we run some games and stuff, some game situations and things. We see who we got, and then we cut from there.
The thing is,
The thing about open trials, right?
is you just had the whole season, though.
Yeah, but a fella can't say he did. You know,
He did
like
that chance.
every year, you hear a fella in the background saying that he should get called.
But life in fear.
Yeah,
But
no, that's true.
You got your chance. You got 16 games right now to do what you got.
Yeah, it is true. But as I told you, that's how I would look at it that way. And it's only one practice.
But my thing is, well, if you want to, you can
Yeah.
just one then.
Yeah.
Because my thing is, if I give you 16 games to do something and you can't get done for your team, how then are you gonna? If you can't even get playing time for your club, how are you gonna get playing time for the national team, which is the 12 best that we got, and not even the 12 best here? Because if you're looking at a couple people from overseas, there's about 8 spots.
Yeah,
Maybe 9, 10 spots.
Actually, I don't even think there's so many. Because we got a number of young people overseas.
Exactly.
Right,
so
I
if
mean,
everybody's available,
If everybody available, the spots gonna be kind of short.
right?
But I believe I agree with you.
Right.
We should be looking to rebuild this stars, looking the future CARICOMs,
Right.
as opposed to looking for this one. Expect that you will not do well this one,
Yeah.
and then the following ones you look to build on what you started. That's basically what we do.
So that's it. Then really, so that's your question. Remember to get your questions in, and we will try to answer them as much as possible. Right now, we can go on to Courtside, and I have a dynamic duo on Courtside this week. People have been looking forward to this one because I posted a little clip of it, and it's very exciting to hear ELIHU DIAZ for sure from Church Spartans. You know, being an overseas player playing in our league. So this is gonna be a really good interview. So just take a listen. Alright, welcome to Courtside, and today we have a dynamic duo of THEO GREENIDGE and ELIHU DIAZ from Church Village Spartans. It's their first year in Premier League after winning the First Division Cup last year. So first I just want to go through some stats from the first round for both of y'all pretty much. DIAZ, you've been averaging 37 minutes a game. THEO, you up there as well, 36 minutes a game. So two of y'all playing a lot of minutes for the team. In terms of points, you've actually been leading the league in points at the end of the first round with 22.5 a game. You're 5th in points, you're 18 a game, and pretty much putting Church Village Spartans on the map right now in Premier League basketball. So first I want to start with you, THEO. You're coming off of a Division 1 MVP, which means a lot, I know, to you, and for the whole of the Spartans team, being you won First Division and coming into Premier League for the first time. So how is the season going so far for you?
For me personally, the season is going up and down. I have my bright spots, I have my newer spots. I mainly try to focus on defense right now because I feel that that's what the team needs mostly. Like, we got some spots where you guys just going on like a 8-point run or a 7-point run, and we're gonna break that with a stop, right? Like, yeah, we go down score and we score too, right? But if we go in a scoring battle with only me and Ellie here, like, we're not going to outscore them,
Right.
like ourselves, our whole team, right? So we try to just focus on defensive stops.
So coming off of that Division 1 MVP, what was your goals going into this season?
My goal is going into this season after the MVP. Winning the MVP was simple. I wanted to be a better shooter. I also wanted to be a better leader on the team. Personally, I actually just wanted to excel at Premier League because it's not my first time playing. All of my other years playing, it wasn't like perfect. I had a lot of bad spots, more than the bright spots, but this season is going somewhat well personally. We just going to transfer into team success.
Right. So ELIHU, this will be the first time a lot of us in Barbados have seen you play, competitively especially. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I was born and raised in the U.S., Texas to be specific. I played organized basketball all my life, played high school, 3 years on varsity, had back-to-back MVPs for the district and the city my junior, senior year. and then had a couple offers to play at some small schools, but I felt like I was skilled enough. I lacked the height and the speed to play at a big school, but I felt that my IQ and my ball handling and stuff could help me excel at the highest level. And so I was able to play for a spare amount of time for about 6 months before I suffered an injury. And after that, it was just kind of time to just focus on my studies for medical school. And I'm currently here for that, but I thought that I could just do more than just play at our local park. So met THEO and met some other guys, and they told me that there's a good league here, that they have different divisions and competitive levels. And so they said, hey, like, met THEO and talked to some of the guys from the Spartans, and they said, hey, like, we could use you if you want to play. And I said, yeah. It's just you start playing the street ball, and it's just not the same. And so finding the competitive league with like an indoor gym, it was something that I always wanted to do. And I've been having so much fun, and I hope to keep having fun for the rest of the second round.
They're definitely using you for sure.
Yeah.
So how was your experience so far in the Premier League, playing against the local competition? Because you wouldn't really know about the league. I guess when you first came to Barbados, you didn't have a clue about if basketball is even played here. So playing against some of the people because a little bit of our league is most of the guys in the Premier League are then who are selected for the national team and so on.
Awesome.
So we also have people overseas in college and stuff playing, but a lot of our national team comes from this league. So what are your thoughts about this league so far?
It's good. I mean, it's very competitive. There's some guys here that really can't hoop, and if they were, I don't know how you guys do with exposure, but I don't see why there's some guys here that should be playing either overseas, as you had said, or even in collegiate level back in the United States. Some guys here are very athletic, very long, lanky, and just kind of, at first I didn't expect it when I got here. I thought it was just going to be like, like they play and stuff. Yeah, kind of like a rec league thing, but no, there's some guys here that can really move. You guys have some real hoopers here.
Appreciate that. So watching the two of you guys on the court, I know you've already played in Coverley a few times, scrimmaging and doing different things, but seeing the chemistry between you guys, to me, really play well together. So what do you think some of the attributes that help you towards that type of player? And this is both of you pretty much in terms of answering.
Like, it's easy to play the DIAZ. It's real easy. It's like, if I drive, he falls in the short corner, he gets in the area that I can pick up the ball. Like, if I draw a double team, if me scoring, like, he's always finding ways to get open. Vice versa, it's like, yes, learning how to react to him. Like, when he drives, when he comes off the screen pretty hard, he draws a lot of defense. Like, as you said, like, he's one of the best screen and roll guards in the league. Right? And he draws a lot of attention. So just to find the short area or the cut at the right time. Right? The chemistry was built easily. Right? As I said, like, playing with him is just easy.
For me, I'd say it's just coming into the team and meeting all the guys. Coach had told us from the beginning, like, we're the two younger guys here, so we have the freshest legs, so everything was kind of going to end up being revolved around us, going through us. So just having them tell me that from the beginning just kind of tells me I'm not going to overstep or like do too much. And they're telling me, like, we want you to like play the way you normally play. So it's just me getting him involved. Like, he can read me pretty well, and I read his movements, where he wants to go and when he wants the ball, when he doesn't. So just playing that. I know we started when we first started the season, it was very like more on the downhill than uphill. We struggled on defense, struggled on offense, and I think lately, like the latter half of the first round, we started doing much better defensively as a team, and just I wasn't struggling so hard to score the ball, and I feel like lately I've been able to get my shots off and my passes off a lot easier. So it's going pretty well.
So playing outside of Barbados, you say you play collegiately, you play at high school level, you grew up in the States, so you pretty much play basketball for any time you were young.
Yeah, since I was 3. Yeah.
For any time you were 3. Yeah. Exactly. It's a little different over here. We start very late. So playing overseas, what would you say the biggest differences between here and playing collegiately or playing high school level in terms of playing national basketball here?
The biggest difference, I would say maybe just the speed of the game. I feel here, obviously, the courts are a little smaller, so you can't go as fast. That would probably just be the main thing. Just like there's a lot of transition in the collegiate level. They're just looking to go and like fly out and try to get an easy layup or a dunk.
So you're saying it's faster over there?
Yeah. Just because when I played collegiately, I was the smallest guy on the team, and everyone was literally 6'3" to 6'4" and just up all the way to 7-footers. We had one guy that was 7'1" from Australia, so it was just all tall. And I mean, here there are some guys that are relatively my height, so that is one difference, I'd say. And then other than that, I would say just the guys are just as tough, just as physical. the physicality's there. The bigs here are very, very big as well, so I don't see that as a factor. That's pretty much it. And compared to back home when I was in high school, I mean, Hispanics were known for being relatively short, so the game came to me a lot easier compared to when I started playing collegiately, and that's probably about the biggest difference, I would say.
So to finish up now, THEO, early in the season they call you on the turnovers. You know, you're averaging turnovers are really high. And then in the very next game, I remember you have 0. So tell me a little bit about that. I mean, I think I should take a little credit for that.
Yeah, you should. You should. Like, I knew my turnovers were high, right? But until you actually called the number, I didn't realize how much I was averaging a game.
Right.
I mean, you know me. Like, I try and always excel and get better, right? Goal right now is just to make national throws. Like, I don't know what's gonna happen after that, but I just want to make the throws. And then if it gets selected to be team, great. But just to get to the throws right now for me would be great, right? So like, one of the biggest things to look at is that you can't go overseas averaging with 10 turnovers a game.
Definitely.
You can't go overseas like that, man. Like, you gotta take out your hand, you gotta take out your passes, like do better, right? And when you call me out on that, that's the first that screaming in my mind. Like, you hit me up, I was like, yeah. I was like, okay, no problem, do better, right?
Well, that's a good point. But that's what we're here for. We're here to encourage you and hope you get better. And as the season progresses, I hope both of y'all improve and work together and see Spartans, you know, excel and survive in Premier League this year, and then we move on from there. Awesome. But I see both of y'all are ranked in the top 20 in terms of the rankings. So that was in top 10 actually, in terms of the rankings that were accumulated through the stats. So that was pretty good. So we into the second round now. So good luck for the second round, and thanks again for the interview.
Appreciate it,
and
man.
all the best. And we'll see you. So that's it from Courtside. Alright, we're back from Courtside. We're back in the room. Court back in session.
Yes.
I hope everybody enjoyed that interview. The guys from Spartans really looking forward to the second half of the season. I think they've been playing really well together, so they're trying to move on. But so we don't have any pick'ems this week. We're not doing any pick'ems. We know I got a lead here. I probably just don't want to do pick'ems so I can keep my lead. You know, but we want to talk about one game in particular that's coming up for this Sunday, and this game has nothing to do with the top of the table, but more so the bottom of the table. So Celtics and Warriors would have played in the first round, and Celtics would have won by, I think it was 11 points. So the way the league works, you know, one team get demoted every year, and one team comes up from first division. So Celtics would have won that game by 11, and they are standing on 1 win, while Warriors have 0 wins. So the game this Sunday is very important, because if Warriors are to win this game and with hopes of staying up into Premier League for next season, they have to win the game with more than 11 points. If Celtics loses the game by less than 11 or wins the game, they have a 2-game lead on Warriors, which now means Warriors have to win 2 games against all the other teams.
Or win 3 really, because
exactly, they have to win 3 because they got to be 1 ahead. Because they would have lost the head-to-head. So the game Sunday gonna be a big one.
A big ball.
But it depends if Warriors bring out their guys to play, and you know, if Celtics slip up, who knows what can happen.
I keep hoping that Celtics do something, you know what I mean, and they just always disappoint me. So we'll see what happens.
But we can say I think it's gonna be a game, but that's just to show you where we are in terms of the emotion. So you know, it can be an important game to see who stays in Premier League next year, and to see if Warriors really want to stay up or they can just give it a game. You know, but now we're gonna finish up with on the clipboard with El, and remember El was overseas last weekend with the 3-on-3, so he can really get into what happened over in Guadeloupe. So Elk is all yours.
Yes, I have to tell you that first I want to say that we have a very good group of young basketball players coming along, right? And I think that we should do our best to find opportunities for them. Everybody will not get a basketball scholarship, but I think also that we should look for opportunities for them to play against other countries and stuff, right? But I want to say that up front outside. That's why we I think that we need to keep working on that. But then Guadeloupe was interesting. And let me tell you what was interesting about Guadeloupe. Well, the flight, for me, anytime we do flying is be interesting, but when we get to Guadeloupe, we were called to a meeting, and well, it was around that they will have mixed teams.
Yes.
Which means that
you're not representing
you're representing your country, right? And then they reinforced the fact that they were having mixed teams. Now, the way that the THEO was set it, the IBF set it up, they had workshops and I think the workshops were well done.
Yeah.
It was a little much to me. We went to the arena from a little after 9 and we went home about 7 to 9 in the
Okay.
It was just a little bit much for me, you know. So I think they tried to get a lot into the couple days that we were there.
Right.
But the workshops were good. They were talking about goal setting. They were talking about, you know,
And this was for all the players as well.
all the players, right? And they actually had a session with the coordinators where we sit down, we talk about that we talk about the, you know, what's happening in our country in trade history and, you know, the challenges we have and stuff. So they did that, and then they also had a session on the core where to show you, you know, just give you some tips on trade history basketball itself. Because what a lot of people don't understand is, and I find in Barbados we really ain't get it yet, is that the young people get it, but the older people don't understand. Trade history is a fun, fast-paced game. So it shows, you know, like not being able to give help and stuff, especially off of good three-point shooters and that sort of stuff. But those workshops were were done by Trade History Unites from out of Holland, right, in Netherlands. And I want to shout out now to, it will be Bas Rosenthal, Casper Avernick, and Mark Schumann. I hope I didn't assassinate the names, right? But they were really good at the workshops. I thought the workshops were excellent, but the fact that you then had mixed teams, the issues we have with the mixed teams were, and it was obvious, the games were not as good as before. And simply because you had, like for example, Tower Lord, it was her and 3 French people.
Right.
So what happened is that they were discussing, they were discussing them one another, and then trying to tell her exactly what they're doing.
Yeah.
And it never worked.
Yeah.
Right? And actually they had a really decent team and should have won the competition, but the language barrier was real. And then like the teams end up, like for example, Derry ended up on a team basically that was probably the worst team though.
So they had a ranking as far as
right. So what they did,
process.
Yeah. So what they did, they told the coordinators to rank their players from 1 to 4.
Right.
So they obviously say, okay, a 1, a 2, a 3, and a 4. But my 4, right, were way better than somebody else 1.
Okay.
So you end up with a situation.
So no one played with anybody for their own country?
No.
Okay.
So you end up with a situation where you would be in a team. First thing, you don't understand what they're saying.
Yeah.
Second thing, they can't shoot. So Darren, Darren is predicate or his stuff from being able to penetrate and kick the shooters and get people involved. And when he kicked the ball to the shooters, he didn't have any shooters. Right? So they end up not winning the game.
Yeah.
Right? And then Brandon Rutt ended up in a team where he basically
the best player?
One of the better players on the team, and he did his stuff. They got to the semi-final, but they got beaten. But Kyron Alexander, he put his team on his back.
Right.
And he willed them to
So you say that was Brandon Rutt our 4th ranked player?
Well, I am not going to say because then it will put me in a very bad
but
situation.
we know Kyron and Darity would have been 1 too.
Yeah, well,
so it's just
to be honest with you,
would be 3-4. But then you're saying Brandon Rutt would have been our 4th or Brandon Rutt would have been our 4th. 1 and 2. But they were still better than a lot of people 1.
Yes. So what happened? This is what happened.
Shame in being 3 or 4
for
us.
But no, what happened is that I ranked them. I made Darren 1 because he went before.
Okay.
Right. And then Kyron was playing good basketball, so he was 2.
Right.
Right. And then I was in trouble because they didn't know
exactly. That's what I'm trying to say.
So I used process elimination. Right. Elimination was that Justin Abramo was a replacement. So I put you at 4.
Exactly. Because if you see him thinking he would have gone in it. Right.
So then the problem happened is then that you imagine Justin Abramo being 4.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and then we playing against people that won in V4. In V4.
5 and 6 and 7.
So
you got Chicozy, Simeon, and some of the other boys.
Right. So I mean, so then it really, the competition side of things to me was a farce.
Right.
Right. The workshops were excellent. Yeah. I take kudos off the Trade History Unites. They did a wonderful job of showing, bringing stuff to the players. And we had these sort of workshops before, but I don't understand why. Well, I understand quite because they did it in Botswana. So they use the same one-size-fits-all thing like the IBF and say.
But the Caribbean is totally different.
And we different because the players, when the tournament finished, players are asking, so let's see if we can organize a game with Barbados.
Yeah.
They won't play against Barbados, right? You understand? Just because you know, we had a lot of people in the semi-final and stuff, right?
Yeah.
So people, I ain't the one that is saying, you know,
Because
if
we know we
could
can
beat
take them.
yeah, we
Yeah.
can beat them, you know? That was it. The other thing that I had an issue with, Z, is CBC, right? Because
Caribbean Basketball Confederation.
And they
Not
said, not
Right.
So they said, the IBF said that CBC gave them the go ahead to do the mixed teams.
Right.
And I don't understand why.
Right.
And the other thing I don't understand, they do not serve the interests of the Caribbean basketballers. I think there's behavior, there's psychopathic behavior, you know, as it relates to FIBA, right? But they don't serve our purpose. They don't serve our purpose. They were created to look after basketball in this side of the region, right? Where basketball is not your number one sport per se.
Yes.
Right? They don't look after our interests. They get with FIBA and now we play every other year. We can't catch up playing every other year. One. Two, now you got mixed teams. They say they got the blessings from CDC. Now, tell me how the mixed teams
Nobody in the
happen.
right mind can't say that that's the right way to go.
Yeah, and then what even upset me more was then that the guy from IBF decided that they never wanted to make it like a national team thing. But I mean, we played twice before.
Yeah.
Right? And there wasn't anything wrong with it. They had the workshops, they do the same career building and telling players how to think, interact with one another, make French
But
talk.
all of that's fine.
That's fine.
Yeah.
But when you get the competition,
Yeah.
and the other thing is you force me to do a qualifier in Barbados.
Right.
The winner will represent Barbados.
We didn't send our four best.
Listen, they didn't tell me the winner will go and play mixed teams.
Exactly.
The winner will represent Barbados.
Right.
And then we send winners, and then we play mixed teams. Right? I really think I think CBC don't serve interest, and people don't understand what happened in the Caribbean, and they don't even try. Right? They feel they are the governing body, and you should do what they say. Right? And it's killing our basketball.
It is.
It's killing our basketball.
We
When last year a junior tournament?
The Guyana was the last one when they got the team in Guyana.
And we got somebody like Simeon might not. I didn't say he will not. Simeon might not play junior basketball.
If there's one this year, he will be in the age group. But then we have someone like Kyron, who's a year older. Because this year, if there's a CBC this year, it's supposed to be under 16, which is Simeon and Chikozi's age group. But then the year after that, which is Kyron, Bramo, Brandon, all of those would not have played when we went to Guyana, which was Kazarian and Rashid and that group. So now that whole group now would never play junior basketball.
Yeah, and that's a travesty. That's a travesty.
That group would never play junior basketball.
Never play junior basketball.
Because this year, if it's under 16, if they have 1-2 years from now, it'll probably be under 18 and they will miss out again.
Yeah, but I have to tell you something though. If this is March, right, and you having a tournament this year, and you don't know who hosting it, and you don't know when it is,
well,
you really think it come off?
The CBC meeting is this weekend, so we will. We will get news.
Yeah, we
We'll see.
So I don't know what's going to happen, but I want to put a wrap on the trajectory, and the trajectory was our team. I take my hats off to them.
Yeah.
The girls did not give up. I was really impressed with especially Kimani Archer.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she was. I mean, like
her motor.
Yeah,
is
she was.
She goes.
I know, like real aggressive
Yeah.
and that sort of stuff. If you learn to shoot the basketball a little better and understand the game.
I saw Zara also won an award.
Yes, I won an award from the workshop as being one of the top
leaders.
Yeah, leaders.
She's
a
natural born.
Yeah, she's a leader.
Yeah.
Right. But you could see the issues they were having on the court.
Communicating.
Communicating on the court.
In such a short space of time, it's very hard.
Yeah.
I remember we went to Turkey a while ago, and we took one of our top boys and girls from here as well, doing same workshop setup and same games and stuff, but it was only one boy and girl from each region, each country actually in the world, because there were 17 countries who participated. Then they were mixed into teams. But the difference was that we were there for maybe like a 2-week period.
Yeah.
So then you got to understand and know people. So when they put you in teams, you kind of had at least an understanding, but you went for a weekend. You got there Thursday night, Friday on a workshop, Saturday you playing games with people you don't even know the name.
Yeah.
So it's very difficult.
You can't pronounce the name
Furthermore, exactly.
Right. So that's it for my clipboard, and now the court in session is adjourned.
See you next week.